I just installed Ubuntu 14.04 on this laptop, and I was thinking mostly at those users that are currently stuck with Windows XP on their computer and that can't get any more updates because Windows XP is dead. Yes. But your computer may be old and may not be fast enough to run Windows 8 or maybe even Windows 7. So let's look. Windows XP is dead. So a few weeks ago, I think it was last week, Windows XP has been rendered obsolete by Microsoft. So if your computer is good enough to run Windows XP, but not good enough to run the latest version of Windows from Microsoft, you can buy another computer or simply move on to something else. And let's go to Ubuntu, ubuntu.com. It's a free operating system. Yes, it's Linux, but forget about Linux. Think Ubuntu. It's kind of easy. Move on to ubuntu.com, scroll down, and download the Ubuntu Desktop Edition. You'll have to choose between the 64-bit version or the 32-bit version depending on your computer. Download that file. It's a CD image that you can burn on a CD to boot from that disk or on a thumb drive if you're using you have a computer that does not have a thumb drive, a CD-ROM, or you just want to boot up from a thumb drive. And the software to do that is how to burn DVD on Windows, how to create a bootable USB stick on Windows. It does work on Macs also. It's almost the same app. So simply follow the instructions, download the pen drive Linux USB installer to create a bootable USB thumb drive from which you'll be able to install Ubuntu, or before even installing it, try it out to make sure that your computer, every pieces in there are perfectly supported. Usually they are well supported. It can happen from time to time that you may have issue, but keep it simple. Just try it out, and if it works, then you'll end up in uh, that kind of desktop. The difference with Windows basically is everything is different, but not that much different. It's really user friendly. There are a lot of applications that you can install in there that are free. Some are available for a small fee. So just try it out, and we'll do a quick tour of Ubuntu 14.04. Uh, so you logged in into your new desktop Ubuntu. The thing you have to remember is there is no taskbar at the bottom. It's actually on the left here. That's the big difference. The start menu you have in Windows is here and is called the dash. At the top, you have your toolbar there that will show your Wi-Fi network, your keyboard settings. In my case, I have some online accounts that I can talk a little bit later. Your battery status, if you have a laptop, volume control, calendar and time, and this is where you switch users. If you have many multiple users on the same computer, you log out, suspend, meaning putting your computer to sleep, or simply shut down and reboot from that menu. So that's where you need you have those controls. Basically, on the left, you'll have a few icons here. Those are pinned to the launcher. This thing is called the launcher. And you have your file access, the store, which is kind like the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. You have your settings. I have a few apps I've installed because I wanted to, but let's start with basic stuff. And this is your desktop. If you right click, then you'll see you have a few options here and change your desktop background. Most people want to do that first. So you go in, change your desktop background, and then from here you can select a different background like that, or changing backgrounds. You can go and say no, take the pictures in that folder, and it will do it. You can have also just colors and gradient like that if you want to keep that simple. Those are gradients. Oh, okay, I need to choose a color first. Okay, let's pick that one. There we go. But I prefer having a wallpaper. Let's pick the default one so you'll remember. And you have the theme of uh, your computer, radiance. Let's not much different. Or is it? Oh, is it? It's currently applying. There we go. Let's go back to ambience. That's how I like it. And your launcher icon size here on the right can be made much bigger or much smaller. It's up to you. So we'll keep them to the default, which is 48. Yeah, like that. And also you can change the behavior of the stuff on your screen, like the auto hide the launcher. So if you activate that, you move it on, it will show up. It should show up like this. Do I need to click? It's not showing up. Something's wrong. Let's go back here. Okay, left side, top left corner. Reveal location when I'm on the left side. Okay. It's not showing up. Is there a bug? Sensitivity high. It's not showing up. Something's wrong. Top left. Okay, let's disable that and try it again. If I go on the top left corner, it should show up. Something's not showing up as it should. So we'll have to look into that later. Show the menu for a window in the menu bar. This is the menu bar, or in the Windows title bar. Let's say I want to keep that like that, and your menu will show here. So basically that's how you change your stuff. I'm kind of a little bit intrigued by the fact that the menu is not showing up. Let's click the Windows bar and go back to my settings. There we go. Should have worked. Let's go in appearance. That's where we were. Behavior, and we'll keep that here shown up. So maybe there's a fix to apply, or something with my computer is not working as expected. Oh, that's bad. Okay, as I shown you earlier, so you can go in your settings here and you can change some behavior like the brightness. Maybe you won't see it because it's on my screen. You select after how much time your screen will dim and when it will lock, usual stuff. Language and support, if you have different languages you want to support. Your online accounts, if you click in there, then you'll end up to link your Ubuntu setup with your Facebook account, Google account, Twitter account. I did it, so I get notifications when there are new messages, and if I can add more accounts like Facebook, Twitter, uh, AIM, Windows Live, the Bonjour Protocol, Jabber, and Yahoo. And maybe there are other that Google Drive search plugin. Oh, that's cool. Shotwell. So for all apps, you can be linked to as you would do with your iPod or with your Android device to upload pictures, videos to those services. So you are currently identified. Back to the all settings, security and privacy. If we go in there, then requires my password when waking from suspend, returning from a blank screen. So you can have all kinds of information and settings to secure your desktop. The text entry, do you switch from one keyboard to another? Bluetooth setups, colors, your screens if you have multiple display, your keyboard, mouse, network, power, and stuff like that. And then you can also organize your backups. I have the details. Landscape service. I don't know what it is. Hey, about time and date. How do you get your updates? Universal access and user account. This is where you can add your spouse, your husband, your kids. Basically, it's kind of easy to work with that. So that's how you set up Ubuntu for your computer. The file system is different in Windows. It's more like the Macs. You have by default your home folder, which is where you'll find your desktop, some other folder, music. This is like the My Documents of Windows, Windows XP, Windows 7, and you have all your stuff here. I got something that crashed. Let's delete that. So basically, you just move around, and this is your favorite places. You can also look at your C drive. There are no C drive, D drive, and E drive in Ubuntu. It's based on Unix. So it just means that you have a root folder being at the topmost and all your users are in home. You don't really want to know about that. It's kind of advanced stuff, but anyway, it's nice to know. So don't look for the C drive. There's no C drive. If you want to browse the network, I currently have a NAS hard drive, the hard drive that is available on my home network. And currently it's scanning to find that drive. Eventually I'll get it. Just takes a few seconds to discover the servers. There we go. So I have my computer. I have two file sharing in there. I'll have to look. And this is my hard drive. So I'm going to say, okay, I am identified on that computer. Not that computer, but that hard drive. Remember, I'm going to click connect, and I'm going to see the content of that hard drive. So I have my own folder here, and then this is where I have my stuff basically. So no driver to install, everything was supported out of the box. I do have a printer, so let's add a printer in there. Let's go back into settings, printers. Just click, and then everything will show up. So I have no printer currently selected. Here in my network, I have a printer that is available on the network. So basically, it should be discovered. Oh, find a printer, find. And I think it will be discovered automatically. Won't be long. I hope the printer is online. Maybe the printer has been shut down. So let's have a look. There we go. Let's browse. Maybe I'm gonna find it with here. Ah, maybe the printer is off. That's why I'm not seeing it. Wait a little bit more. If your printer is connected directly to your computer, there were no printer shares found. Okay, so probably my printer is currently off. But this is where you add your own printer. If it's connected through a USB cable, then it will show up and it's going to be easy to use. Okay, then again, you can set up all your stuff here if you want to manage power on the laptop. This is something you want to have a look at. Suspend when inactive for on the battery power, let's say for 20 minutes. When plugged in, don't suspend. When power is critically low, power off. When the lid is closed, suspend in both cases. When show battery status in menu bar when battery is present. Currently I am fully charged. So this is how you set up basic stuff. Now let's have a look at the dash here. The dash does show you many things. It's like the start menu, but with much more functionalities in there. So you see here your application in the first. This is kind of the home of the dash. And you see your files and folders that you have used. If you go here, you'll just see the application, the softwares. You'll see what you've used recently, what you have installed, and some plugins available for the dash itself. The plugins are those little things here at the bottom. So here you're going to search for files and folders. Here you search for video, and you can even search for videos that are online, which is kind of cool. So it can search YouTube for you. You can also look for your music. I currently copied locally my album of Bob Marley that I bought. Yes, I did bought it on iTunes. You can also have your photos that you can search. Maybe I don't have any right now. And you can also search, remember those online accounts. You can also search for stuff that are online. So those are the message I got in my Facebook account. Those are messages I have in my Twitter account. And basically you're online from the dash. Okay, let's go back to the application. Ubuntu does come with the default browser of Firefox. I do use Chrome. I prefer Chrome, but I'm going to show to you Firefox browser. You just look for it. Oh, there it goes. By default, it will be locked in the launcher, but I removed it. I wanted to show you how to do it. So I'm just launching currently Firefox, and there we go. It's Firefox as usual. Let's say I want to keep it in my launcher. Just right click and click lock to launcher. If I close Firefox, then it's still available, and when clicking on the icon, it will launch Firefox And if I minimize like that and I click it, it will bring it back. So the launcher is a mix of a taskbar and how is it called? I don't remember how is it's called in Windows 7, but you have your taskbar that you can use like that. There are many other options available, but what I want to show you also is the store. This is the Ubuntu Software Center, and when you start it, there are a lot of free softwares available. Some are available for a small fee. You'll have to create an account with Ubuntu One if you want to buy some stuff. Basically, that's the same thing as the Apple Store or Google Play Store. Basically, it's almost the same thing. So you can search for your software by categories. Look at those that you have currently installed. Shouldn't take long. I'm recording the desktop as I'm showing that to you, so it's a little bit slower. We'll have to wait. I think my laptop is kind of is not powerful enough to do the screencasting and having fun at the same time. Okay, so you can see the history of what changes occurred previously. So updates, stuff you installed. You see that I just installed my laptop. So basically, there's a lot of stuff in there. And if you want to install something, let's go find for a small game. I'm sorry. Let's look for um, just something small. I don't want to install something too big. Um, so you'll be able to see. There we go. Transport Simulator. That's the transport tycoon of the Ubuntu world. You just click install of whatever you wanted to install. It will ask you to authenticate yourself. I'm gonna input my password. And there we go. It's currently being installed. I have access to a preview here. There we go. I have the description. There's a few other information. People also install. So basically, you see, it's the same thing as using the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, but it's for Ubuntu. And as you can see here, it's currently installing. It's telling me that. And the game, there we go. The game is currently installed and available in the launcher. So if you don't want to have it in the launcher, just right click and unlock. There you go. So I'm going to close that down. It's kind of refreshing at the same time. And darn, I wanted to show you how to search for something. Let's go back. While it's loading, see at the bottom the trash bin is here. Right click on it and you can empty whatever you have deleted. There we go. Let's say you want to look for something looking like Minecraft. So you have mine test server, mine test dbg, then data. Mine infinite world block sandbox. Okay, that's a server in that case. Let's look for a chess game. There we go. We have a few chess games here, and you just have to look around and whatever is available. For apps, basically, I'm gonna go back in the dash and look for the application. I'm gonna filter result. You see, if I click here, you can say I want to look for application and kind of the categories I want to look for I have currently installed. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna have a look. Almost everything is by default beside Steam that I installed and Chrome. So if I look at all the apps that are currently available out of the box, you have Firefox, the Amazon store, you have browser. I don't know what it is. I think it's kind of a new browser that is now available. Anyway, you have stuff to manage zips, to unzip any archive. Empathy, which is your old MSN where you can connect everything. Like you can chat with your friends through there. You have Google Chrome. I installed it from the Google website. Um, what the you have the Office suite, uh, LibreOffice, LibreOffice, which is like the like Open Office, if you already know about that, or if you don't know anything about that, just think Word, Excel, and spreadsheets and PowerPoints and stuff like that. You have Calc, which is the spreadsheet, Draw, which is kind of Visio, Impress, PowerPoint, Math. Don't know the equivalent, but it's something to write complex document with mathematical formula in there. Writer, think Word. You have a few games, Mahjong and Mines. I've installed a few apps that I needed. And what do we have? Onboard settings, I don't know what it is. Rhythm Box, the iTunes of Ubuntu. Um, Software update symmetry. That's the game we just installed to scan documents with a scanner. Steam, which is available from the Ubuntu store. System monitor, if you want to see what's currently taking a lot of CPU on your computer. And you see there's a lot of them. It's kind of a BitTorrent client already installed and available. Video, it's actually to play some movies. I've installed VLC. It's not available by default. You have to install it. And Webcam Studio. People knowing me knows that I'll have to try it out. And a few other stuff. And that's how you can find what you currently have. You have Brass Arrow here to burn a CD, but basically we don't use CD anymore, or almost. So that's the tour of Ubuntu 14.04. It's quite easy. Firefox, Chrome is available. Don't look for Internet Explorer. You're not in Windows, you're in Ubuntu. Um, you have a few options like here where you can have multiple desktop, which is kind of cool. If you connect a second monitor to your computer, it will show up and be available automatically. What do we have beside that? Okay, let's go in the files. I've copied my music. I'm gonna show it to you. Music. Where is it? Music. There it is. That's my album from my iTunes account, and I can just play it like that. Kind of cool. But you can also play it with Rhythm Box. By default, it's opening with videos, but if you want to open it with Rhythm Box, which is perfect to manage your music collection, there we go. Kind of easy to use. Let's stop that. And if you have a movies, I did rip my DVD from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Um, there we go. So I can show it to you. So video will start, And there you go. And it even supports multiple channel language because I backed up all my DVDs just to make sure I wouldn't lose them. And you have also, almost forgot, it won't work because I'm currently recording, but you have another app that you may be interested in, which is called Cheese. Cheese, which is a webcam booth like you have on the Macs to record yourself and do some funny videos with special effects. But I'm not able to show it to you right now because I'm currently using the webcam. So that's the tour of Ubuntu. You see, it's quite easy. There's no console or commands to execute. It's kind of actually easier than Windows because everything is easily accessible with the store now available, makes things kind of fun to use. You have an Office suite already available when you boot up. You have the browsers. In general, I would say that everything is supported out of the box. Even my iPhone, when connecting to the computer, will show up without having to install any driver. That's new in 14.04. It wasn't available before. You can manage your network here, your Wi-Fi network, and you have also Thunderbird to access your emails. I do prefer using the browser to go on my email accounts, which I'm using Gmail actually. And you can have also calendar stuff. And I do mostly my stuff on Google, so I tend to use Google Chrome. If you want to have Flash by default, Chrome does have it, but if you want to have Flash installed, the Flash player installed for Firefox, then look for Flash here. I think it's currently installed. Oh, it is already installed. So you just have to click install, and then Flash will be automatically installed and available in Firefox. And you have the same thing for Java also. So it's quite easy. If you're kind of stuck and you don't know how to do something, the community of Ubuntu is quite huge and really helping. They won't say to you, just reboot or just do that in that registry key. Um, Look for help Ubuntu and official Ubuntu documentation. This is where you can read everything related to Ubuntu. But you have a community also. Look for community Ubuntu. And in there, I just need to find the proper channel. Web forums, Ubuntu forums. Okay, I want to go there directly. I'm gonna pick the default. So you just need to register here and ask any question like general help. And people are asking all kind of questions. Some are more techy than others. Some are really easy. Let's say, how do I replace XP with Windows 7 or Windows 8 without losing Ubuntu? So that guy is a geek. Very long restart. And people will help you with your issues and making sure that they really help you and not just provide uh, a quick fix. Um, Make sure to stay polite. Make sure to be clear in your queries because just saying it doesn't work is not enough. So you have to say I have that hardware, I have that computer, that model, and I have that type of webcam. I'm not able to make it work. Or how do I burn a DVD? How do I access Netflix? Stuff like that. People will answer you. The drawbacks of using Ubuntu, any Windows software that you currently own won't work because you're not in Windows. Okay, I know there are ways to do it, but first, if you don't know much about computers, simply think that it doesn't work. It's not compatible. Netflix is not working on Ubuntu by default. There are some tutorial to make it work, but it's a bit tricky. Uh, YouTube and stuff like that does work perfectly. So if you're not into Netflix, then you won't care about that. Beside that, everything works almost out of the box. Your Android device should connect perfectly with Ubuntu. Your iOS devices should also work perfectly in Ubuntu. You won't be able to synchronize, like there's no iTunes doesn't work in Ubuntu as it is made for Windows and the Macs. So that's the part where you can be a little bit stuck. But if you're not synchronizing your iDevices, then you actually don't care about that part. I don't sync my iOS devices, so that part doesn't actually bother me at all. Um, that's it. The Ubuntu is quite easy. Think that your Windows XP computer is kind of dead right now and is in a way in danger. Since no more updates will be available for Windows XP, it means that any new issues with Windows XP won't be fixed, and it's a potentially dangerous situation where you can be hacked or get new viruses and stuff like that. In Ubuntu, first, there are no viruses like you have in Windows. Um, there are some issues, security issues also, but I would say they're almost the same as the Macs. So you're kind of protected. You don't need an antivirus running on your computer. Just make sure you don't do any stupid stuff. Um, and that Windows XP was running maybe a bit slow on your computer with all the updates. With Ubuntu, you'll be amazed how fast your computer can run. I assure you, you'll say, darn, I thought that what computer was dead. And you'll bring new life into that computer. Uh, Basically, whatever you were doing with Ubuntu will work with Windows XP. The thing you have to take into account, some hardware, some specific hardware may not work in Ubuntu because they are not supported. You'll have to look first. So go in the Ubuntu forums.org and just ask around, like, does that hardware, is that hardware supported? And you'll get your answers quite fast. So hope you enjoyed that little tour of the Ubuntu desktop. You can grab it from the web for free. Just install it on a thumb drive or on a CD, burn it, I mean, and then install it on your computer to replace that infamous Windows XP that may be providing you with a lot of issues. And if you don't like it, then you'll have to buy a brand new computer. That's a sad thing, but hey, if you're short on money, give it a try. You may really like it and actually recommend it to your friends. So that's it for the tour of Ubuntu 14.04, the long-term supported edition. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments, leave them below this video and see you next time. Bye. Now I need to stop my screen capture. Yeah, I did use a script to do it, but I'm a geek. Anyway.